Hello guys, in this lecture we will discuss about a determinant and some properties of the determinant. Uh, Basically determinant is a very useful for solving very small linear system for two or three unknowns, but our main interest in them stems from the fact that they link together various concepts in linear algebra and provide a useful formula for the inverse of a matrix. So let us begin with the definition of determinant. So determinant is what? Determinant is a function whose domain is the set of square matrices, and it will gives you a real number or a complex number depending on the entries of the matrix. So basically a determinant is a function from the set of square matrices to the real or complex number depending on the entries. Before going into the definition of determinant, first we need to introduce two concepts, minors and cofactors. So if suppose you have a square matrix A, so minor is what? Minor is the entry Aij, which is denoted by Mij, and is defined to be the determinant of the submatrix that remains after the ith row and jth column are deleted from A. So this is called as a minor. That means for a square matrix A, for each entry we can find minor, and the cofactor is the number Cij. This is the notation for cofactor, and it is given by -1 to the power I plus j Mij. So this number Cij is called as cofactor. Determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. Suppose you have a 2 by 2 matrix A as A, B, C, D. Then the determinant of A, we write down determinant as in the straight lines. This is the notation for the determinant. So it is given by AD minus BC. So this number is called as the determinant of A. For example, you have this 2 by 2 matrix, then the determinant of A is what? 2 into 4 minus 1 into 3 it will be. So this is your determinant of A. Now let us see what is a minor. So as we have discussed that minor is what? Minor of the entry Aij is denoted by Mij and is defined to be the determinant of the submatrix that remains after the ith row and jth columns are deleted from A. For example, for this 3 by 3 matrix, we have to find the minus corresponding to the entry A23 and A33. So, minor is what? We have to find minus A23. Means entry corresponding to second row and third column, second row and third column. So minor is what? Just delete the third corresponding row and column. So 823 is your -7. So delete this column and delete this row. Now what is the remaining matrix? So M23 is what? Delete the second row and third column. So remaining determinant. Now find, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. You can find the determinant AD minus BC. So 2 into 0 minus 3 into 3 means -9. So M23, that means the minor corresponding to the entry A23 is -9. Similarly, corresponding to the entry A33 means your minor will be. So in this way, we can find the minor M33. So for each entry, we can find out the minors of the matrix. Now, how to find out the cofactors? Because we know that the general formula for the cofactor is Cij is equal to -1 to the power I plus j Mij. So if we have to find out C23 cofactor corresponding to the entry of second row and third column, so it will be -1. In place of I we have 2, in place of j we have 3, M23. The value of M23 we have already find out. This is -9. So cofactors corresponding to the entry C23 is 9. Similarly, we can find out other cofactors. So just you have to remember this formula for the cofactors. So now let us discuss in general the definition of the determinant. If suppose you have a square matrix A of order n, then the number obtained by multiplying the entries in any row or column of A by the corresponding cofactors and adding the resulting product is called the determinant. That means suppose if you have a square matrix A of order 3 in general. Now take any row. If you have to find the determinant, so what is determinant? Just take any row or any column. That means you have 6 choices. For example, you are taking second row. So A21 corresponding cofactor C21. A22 corresponding cofactor C22. And the last one is A23 corresponding cofactor C23. Add them. So this number will gives you the determinant. Or if you take third column, that means this. So this number, either this or this, it will be the determinant, and these numbers will comes out to be same. So for example, suppose we have to find the determinant of the matrix A. So first find out the cofactors. Suppose we are finding out along the first row. So we will find out M11. M11 will be the determinant when you delete the first row and first column. So the remaining 2 by 2 matrix determinant will be the minor M11. So it will be, so -4 into -2 is 8, -12. This is -4. M22, delete corresponding row and corresponding column. So you will have -2, 3, 5, -2. So determinant AD minus BC. It means 4 minus 15. Now find the third entry is 0. So when you multiply cofactor with any number 0, so you will get 0. So there is no need to find corresponding to that one. Now for finding cofactor corresponding to M11, it will be minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1 M11. So minus 1 to the power 2 M11 is minus 4. So C11 is minus 4. C12 will be minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2 M12 minus 1 to the power 3 into minus 11, and C12 will be. So the determinant of this matrix we are expanding through the first row. First entry multiplication with cofactor, second entry multiplication with its cofactor, third entry multiplication with its cofactor. So A11 is 3, C11 is minus 4, A12 is 1, C12 is 11, A13 is 0, C13 we did not find because it will be 0. So this is minus 12 plus 11 plus 0. So that means determinant of A will be minus 1. So in this way we can calculate the determinant of a matrix. Now we will find the determinant of the same matrix with the shorter method, or the method which I will prefer in some questions. Suppose we have to find the determinant of the same matrix. So what you have to do, repeat these two columns here. So first column 3 minus 2 5, 1 minus 4 4. Now do the multiplication in the main diagonal. Multiplication of these entries, 4 to the 8 3 the 24. Multiplication of these entries 15, and multiplication of these entries, it will be 0. Now add them. This is 39. Now do the same thing in another direction. Multiply them. You will get 4. Multiply these numbers and multiply these numbers. You will get 0. So add these numbers. You will get 40. Now the determinant of the matrix A, this number minus this number. So determinant of A is minus 1. So this is the shorter method for finding the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. So let me repeat this method again. Suppose you have this 3 by 3 matrix, you have to find its determinant. So first what you do, just repeat these two columns here. First column, second column. Now what you do, take the diagonal entries and do the multiplication. So its multiplication is 24. Take second diagonal as this. Its multiplication is 15 because 0 is there. When you multiply it, it will be 0. Now add all these entries. You will get 39. Now do the same procedure for the other way. Multiply these entries, you will get 4. Multiply these entries, you will get 36. Multiply these entries, you will get 0. Add all them, you will get 40. Now if you have to find the determinant, so subtract this number to this number. So you will get minus 1. So in this way, you can get the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. Now let me discuss some properties of the determinant. So first property is that if all the elements of a row or column are 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. Second property is that if you have a square matrix A, you know that how to find out its transpose. If you interchange the rows and columns, then you will get the transpose of A. So the determinant of the matrix A and its transpose, it will be same. The third property is that if you interchange the two rows or two columns, then there will be a minus sign difference in the determinant. That means if suppose you have a square matrix A whose determinant is 5, for example. Now, if you interchange two rows of this matrix A, then the determinant of the new matrix, that means suppose A dash is a new matrix which you have obtained by interchanging two rows, then its determinant will be minus 5. The next property is that if any two rows or columns are in proportion, then the determinant will be 0. Proportion means what? Suppose you have this matrix A. So you can see that row 2 is what? 2 row 1. That means this matrix have rows in proportion, so its determinant will be 0. There is no need to calculate it. Either you will have 3 by 3 matrix or 4 by 4 matrix. If two rows or two columns are in proportion, then their determinant will be 0. Next property, if you have any diagonal matrix or upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix. Okay, so if you have any diagonal matrix or upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix, the determinant of these matrices will be nothing but just the multiplication of the main diagonal entries. For example, if suppose you have this diagonal matrix A, then its determinant will be just product of the diagonal entries. If you have upper triangular matrix, then determinant is what? Just product of main diagonal entries. This is 12. Similarly, for the lower triangular matrix, next property, if each element of a row or column is multiplied by a scalar alpha, then the value of the determinant is multiplied by the scalar alpha. It means what? Suppose you have a square matrix A is equal to 2, 3, 1, 4. You take any scalar alpha and you multiplied it in each entry of a row. Suppose in the first row, so you will have the new matrix B when you multiply each element of a row, first row, by alpha. So this will be 6, 9, 1, 4. So now if you find determinant of A and if you see what is the determinant of B, it is 15, and you know that this is what? So if you see that if in any square matrix, if you multiply any row or any column by a scalar alpha, then the determinant of the new matrix will be what? Alpha times the determinant of the original matrix. So remember this result, it may be helpful to you. Next property is product of two square matrices. Its determinant will be same as determinant of A and determinant of B. You can see or you can verify it very easily. Suppose you have matrix A as and matrix B is. So if you find out AB, it will be 2 in. So this is product of AB. Now find determinant of A. It will be 2 into minus 1 minus 3 into 1. Determinant of B, 1 into 1 minus 0. And determinant of AB, 4 into minus 1, minus 1. So you can see that determinant of AB is minus 5 is equal to minus 5 into 1 means determinant of A, determinant of B. Now let me discuss some interesting thing about the determinant. Suppose you have a square matrix A whose determinant is 4. Then what will be the determinant of 3A? How you will find it? When matrix is not given, you have only the determinant and the size of the matrix. So here we will use the property of the determinant. Uh, as I told you that if suppose you have a square matrix B and if you multiply any row or any column of this matrix by a scalar alpha, then the matrix obtained will be alpha times determinant of B. So remember that we are just multiplying this alpha only in a single row or in a single column. But here, if you see that what is 3A means what? We are multiplying each row of the matrix by 3. So because matrix A is of order 2, so 3 will multiply in 2 rows. So it will be, so determinant of 3A, because when if you see here in this example, this alpha is only multiplying in one row. But here in this case, we have a matrix A of order 2. That means we will have 2 rows. So this 3 will repeat 2 times because it have 2 rows into determinant of the matrix. So this will be 3 square into determinant of A, which is 4. So this will give you 36. So in general, we can say that if suppose we have a square matrix A of order n, then determinant of alpha A, it will be alpha to the power n is the order, into determinant of A. It will gives you the determinant of the matrix alpha A. So remember, this result, it may be helpful to you in solving some questions. In general, remember that determinant of A plus B is not same as determinant of A plus determinant of B. So if we find out the value of the determinant A plus B in this example, so component wise, so 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 0 is 1, 3 plus 2 is 5, minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Now find out determinant of A plus B, AD minus BC, 0 minus 5. Now determinant of A plus B is minus 5, while determinant of A is minus 5, determinant of B is 1. So if you find out what is the value of determinant of A plus determinant of B, it will be minus 5 plus 1, it is minus 4. So this is not equal to determinant of A plus B, which is minus 5. So we can say that determinant of A plus B is not equal to determinant of A plus determinant of B. So remember this result. But in case of product, it holds. I hope that this lecture is helpful to you. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and share it. Thank you so much.